Oh gosh, this one's kind of thick. This one kind of looks like pasta. Hey guys, Lexi here, and well, I'm super excited about this video because it is what I'm bringing to Thanksgiving this year. And don't mind Hunter in the background, he is streaming at the moment. This is what happens when you have two content creators in the house. We just try to speak over each other. I wanted to share this with you guys because it's such a good recipe and it's really relatively easy to make depending on where your baking skills are at, but it's also delicious and it's a sneaky good dessert that I didn't think I would like, but it turns out that I do. I actually really liked it. I liked it so much that I'm cooking it again here on Let's Get Lexi for you guys. And I'm encouraging you guys to share it with your families as well. Okay, so let me start off by saying, because I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of comments or questions about the pumpkin pie situation. I tried to make pumpkin pie from scratch and I couldn't get the bake done well. The crust didn't come out the way I wanted it to, so I tried to make everyone, I had a Friendsgiving and I was experimenting with that. I tried to make everyone their own mini pumpkin pie tartlet things. It wasn't working. It tasted fine, but the pie just like it broke, it cracked a lot. So I wasn't into that, you know? And so that's why I found this and this way better. Yeah, pumpkin pie, I'm gonna still try and work and perfect that. But until then, I'm sharing this with you guys. Oh yeah, another thing about this, so this is a fruit pie. I don't really like fruit pies, but this one, for whatever reason, I do. And it's just super delicious. Maybe my palate has changed. I'm not sure, but I'm super into this one. So good. But this time, instead of making like a big pie, again, I'm really into the individual ones. And they're just so wonderful. I don't know, I love them. I just think it adds a whole extra element to your whole presentation and what you're bringing. So we're having a very small Thanksgiving this year, so this makes it totally doable, especially during a pandemic. I found this recipe on laurenconrad.com, but I adjusted it just a little bit. I did base the recipe off of her recipe, which is I think how recipes go, right? I don't know. Just try my best, guys. So it calls for pastry dough, which I love Dufour pastry dough. Dufour pastry dough, it comes like this. You can get it in the freezer section at your grocery store. This is not sponsored, I just like this one. And you're just gonna need some like light flour so you can roll it out and then put it into little tartlet pans, which, by the way, if you're using little tartlets like I am, I got these from Williams and Sonoma. They're so cute. They look like, I don't know, a bottle cap. That's what I got, and they're so cute. I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. And I also started the oven at 375. You're gonna want your oven at 375. So I already have some dough already in the fridge because I've been working with pie crust literally for like the past 2 weeks. So next you're gonna need a Granny Smith apple. The recipe calls for 1 Granny Smith apple, but I used 2 Granny Smith apples and I've already diced them. So you want to peel the skin off, core it, and then dice it. So I used 2 Granny Smith apples and 1 pear. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in my pear bowl. And guess what, you guys, it's pear season. That's right, it's pear season. So that's why this is gonna be extra, extra yummy. Next you're gonna need, I have this whole recipe memorized, so I'm just going off the top of my head. 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm using C&H. Okay, 1, 2. I wish you guys can see the bowl as well. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. 1, 2. And I just like to add a little bit more for good faith. And then half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I was gonna eyeball it and then I was like, you know what? Baking is so precise and I got it right the first time, so why mess with a good thing, right? Even though Hunter loves cinnamon. Putting in my cinnamon. There I go again, messing with the recipe. And then you just need a pinch of nutmeg. A pinch of nutmeg. Maybe just like a little other pinch and a half. And then a pinch of salt. I like the real salt, the ancient fine sea salt. I don't know why, I just heard that this is healthier for you, so you know why not. Then you're gonna need your, what you got, cooking spatula. And you're just gonna go ahead and mix this together. Oh shoot, pick that up before Roxy eats it. You see that, is that better? So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure all of the fruit is coated with this yummy mixture. I diced the apples really nice and the pears. I'm very happy about it. Better than I did the first time. That's Hunter. He's on Twitch. Apparently he needs a new pair of shoes. Just like to make sure it's really coated in there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside for 10 minutes or so. And there's gonna be some juices that start to flow to the bottom. And that's okay, guys, but that's what you want to happen. It's like the sugar and the brown sugar, all of it just like getting mixed up with the juices from the fruit. It's like starting to melt, and that's good. That means the transformation process is going well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the side over here while I roll out my dough. Putting all my ingredients back if I don't need them. Okay, so I've got my dough, and if you don't use all of it, totally okay, because you can just put it back in the freezer and it'd be totally fine.
Lex, how's your show going? Do you need to be quiet?
Yeah, quiet on the set.
For real, or are you joking?
No, it's fine. We need an Academy Award song wrap up. Like, wrap it up. I'm gonna go ahead and lightly flour my surface since I'll be rolling out dough. And then I have my little tartlets, and I'm taking good old-fashioned Pam, and I'm gonna just spray it down. And then I wanna get the dough to like 1/8 of an inch thick, which who the heck even knows what that is? I know, I'm gonna get a ton of bakers in here being like, it's this. So obviously I've been working with this dough, so I'm gonna just go ahead and like fold it up, get my rolling pin. And for the other dough, I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in the fridge because it's easier to work with when it stays cold. I wish you guys could see the fox right now. Okay. Okay, that's pretty big. Let me get it just a little bit thinner in the middle. Now I'm gonna take it and put it in my tartlet. And I wanna make sure I'm hugging all the sides. Okay, so tuck it in there really good, really nicely. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cut that through, removing this guy, but then also just like really going in there and pressing it down, because you wanna make sure everywhere is even and just like really just tucked in there, so when it bakes, it takes the shape of the tartlet mold. And you can pull from like the middle of the tartlet, like if it feels a little thick, like go for it. It just gotta like make it work, that's it. But also make it taste good and look good. Style and substance, right guys? But luckily this recipe is like way more forgiving than a pumpkin pie. Like if you don't nail the crust on a pumpkin pie, you see it. Now I got a couple comments saying don't blind bake the crust. But then if you don't blind bake the crust, you get a soggy bottom. Just going around, making sure that this all kind of stays thick. Gosh, I'm such a perfectionist. I need to get like all of this. Obviously you don't have to be as like nitpicky with this, because like I said, it's super forgiving. Okay, so I got this pretty much where I want it, and I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just cleaning up some of these edges over here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the freezer. All right, from there, I'm gonna go ahead and make my top of it, which you can get really, really creative with. So I got these really cool Thanksgiving themed cookie cutters from Williams-Sonoma. I'm using this knife because I can just get a straight line if I just line it up properly. I can start to make the lattice across the pie. But they're so little, so you want to make them thin to match the pie. I think I'm going to cut this one in half too. Cool. And then now I'm going to start going the other way. Kind of cool actually. It's like Play-Doh, but it bakes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do one more thin one. Like that. Okay, I got this really cool pumpkin pie cutter, and I'm gonna just put it, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Look how cute that is. Cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the in the freezer just to set this a little bit. Cool, so this is pretty cold. Move this to the side. Okay, now I'm gonna take this spoon. I forgot what they call these. It's like a super easy name too. Stilted spoon, slanted spoon, I forget. It's like so simple too. And I know I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get it or like Google it and be like, oh yeah, gosh, I'm such an idiot. Okay, so I'm gonna take my lovely mixture, go ahead and put it in my little tartlet here, however much you see fit. I just wanna get kind of an even surface. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my little things across it. First I'm gonna do this, so I can visualize it. Yeah. Okay, so then I'm gonna cut these off. Perfect, perfect. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and try and smush it into that thing so it looks like it's all like one piece. But that's just me visually. Do what you want. And then now I'm gonna go the other way with these. Put those down first. If I learned anything from baking, it's lay it down in patience. This one's a little bit thicker than the rest. This one actually looks the best, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that too. My oven's one of those smart ovens. Keep preheating. It's like, hello, there's nothing in me. Cool. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get my apple right here. Okay. Oh shoot. I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. Round that out. And then I'm just gonna put that right on top. Look at that. And that's kind of what I love about these little things is that you can get so creative. I'm really into. Let me fix this line is not straight. There we go. I've got to smash those in. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and smash these sides in because I didn't really do that before. And then that's ready to go in for about 375 and around 35 to 40 minutes is what you want to aim for. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 35 for these, and I'm putting it in my June oven that Chef Ryan Scott got me. All right guys, so I've got some other pies cooking. Check these out. Oh shoot, the lid on that one went up. Shoot, I didn't press it down hard enough, but oh well. It's in there now. Here are these two. So these are cooling. These are my first two in. And now I'm gonna show you guys how to make fresh whipped cream to go with them. All right, so you definitely don't need a KitchenAid to do this. You can definitely do it by hand. I don't like whipped cream out of the aerosol thing, so I love fresh whipped cream. So all you need is heavy whipping cream. You can take about a cup and put that in there like that. So while those cool, and you're gonna wanna blend this so you get soft peaks, like on a medium. Still no peaks yet, but once you do get peaks, you're gonna wanna add 2 tablespoons of sugar, and you're gonna wanna put it in slowly. Now my sister taught me how to make fresh whipped cream. She's always into making like her own whipped cream, her own mayonnaise. She's like really impressive. I'm gonna start adding in the sugar. And I'm gonna do it slowly. And then my second, adding it in slowly. Look at this thing, guys. All right, this looks really good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it. All right, I'm gonna wait for these to cool, and then I'm gonna put the whipped cream on it, make it look all cute, somewhat fancy and Instagrammable, but I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, so I gave Hunter one of the ones that didn't come out the best, but still tastes amazing. My big taste tester.
Do I need a fork or do I just hand eat it?
No, you can get a fork. What are you?
I don't know, it's like a bite-sized thing.
Savage. Bougie.
I'm so savage, and let me cut into my pie.
Okay, let me know how you like it. I mean, you kind of already tried it. I did ask, I was like, are you gonna have pie tonight? He said no, and then I told him what pie, and he said yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Delish.
You'll have a damn pie. The whipped cream really does it.
So this made 3 or 5 tartlets, but those were like heavily stuffed tartlets. So there you have it, you guys, the apple pear pie. That's what I'll be bringing to Thanksgiving this year. Heather's already finished with it. And that was it. And it's gone.
It's not gone.
Is it good?
It's really good.
Like, you highly recommend it? Do you like apple pie though?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, me either. I don't usually like warm fruit. But this one's like so delicious.
It's really good.
So, big thank you to Lauren Conrad for starting this recipe, and then I just made a little adjustments here and there, and of course added the whipped cream, which is magnifico. That's what I'm bringing. Let me know if you guys end up making this. Tag me. I'd love to see it. Literally clean the plate good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, until next time, you guys, I'll see you in the chat. Bye.